Hello, good evening, everyone. I am good and I hope you all are doing great. Let's see who is joining me live. Let's wait some time for anyone to join. Today I am going to discuss about the topic how to build, grow and scale a product. I think you all are aware about this topic. If you don't know about this topic, let me explain you. By the way, this is the primary core topic of my book, my upcoming book, Startup Journey, How to Build, Grow and Scale a Product. So today let's discuss about this topic in detail. Although you can understand in deeper once my book is out. I have given my book to the publisher for editing. So I hope in next month I can publish it. Then you can more deeper understand about these concepts. But today I am going to give you overview about the about these topics in brief. Then you can, if you want to understand up in deep, then you have to wait for my book for sure. Why I chosen this topic? Because I have worked last 11 years. I was working with startups and I found a huge gap between software engineers and product managers. I closely work many product managers to build, grow and develop multiple products. I have developed multiple products during this my career journey, and I work various type of multiple product managers as well. I found there is a huge gap between the understanding of product managers and software engineers. So that's the reason I forced to think, why should not I write a book on this topic? And I hope this will help a lot of people, software engineers and product managers and the startup owners and founders as well. Actually, the software engineers don't try to understand end-to-end product development. I have seen, I have worked multiple software engineers, various software engineers, even experienced persons, but they don't try to understand the concept of end-to-end product development. No, they they draw their boundaries. They think writing code is only my responsibility. Why should I go deeper into product development? This is product manager's responsibility. I don't know why people think this way. If you are working on a product in any organization, that organization is yours, right? And the product which on you are working, It's your product, your baby. You have to take care with that product, right? It doesn't matter what part you are handling, whether you are a software engineer, junior in software engineer, senior engineer, or engineering manager, lead, or you are a product manager, doesn't matter. Why you think this is my part, this is their part? No. If you are developing a product, this is all our joint responsibility. I have seen many conflicts during my journey and fight between product managers and software engineers. I always support product managers. But let's understand what is the concept of product building, product growing, and product scaling. Why? Because this is a great topic, I think. And each and every software engineer, product manager should understand deeply the concept of end-to-end product development. So why I categorize this into three parts: product building, second product growing, and third product scaling. Because these are products important part of any product. Let's say after completion of the degrees, a BTech, MCA or BCA, candidate comes and looking for any job, any organization or any company. What is their his or her primary focus? Product growing, scaling? No. Because initial days, anyone want to quickly start their career, right? Isn't it? They don't know what is product development. They only know I have to learn any language, I have to learn data architecture algorithms, data structure algorithms, database concepts, writing APIs, front end, back end. That's it, isn't it? Because based on my experience, I observed all the freshers or when till 5 years of experience, people don't understand the deep concept of product development. Their only primary focus is getting a job, writing APIs, understanding the concept of data structure and algorithms, database concepts. When the requirements come, then a part of any product or module given to them. It could be writing any APIs, any backend part, any front-end part. It could be a small piece of product. And they repeat the same next 4 to 5 years. That's the reason I categorize this into product building. So there is a huge role of the freshers or who start their careers till 4 to 5 years. There is a huge role of them in product development, because most of the products or modules are developed by 3 to 5 years of experience candidates. They are associate software engineers, or senior software engineers. So that's the why I categorize the product development section. One part, the first part is product building. So most of the software engineers work on product building part. They don't think beyond that, how to grow and scale a product. I'm not saying 100%, but few people are always exception. They can think about beyond that as well, but this percentage is very low. There are few exceptional persons who after 3 and 4 years they start thinking about how to grow and scale a product. Then after 4 to 5 years, when they have the clear understanding, end-to-end understanding of the code writing, API development, data structure and algorithms, front end, back end, all these things they are much clear about. When they promoted as a lead or senior lead, technical lead, after that they start thinking about the how to grow a product. After that they start thinking how to grow a product. Before that they only focus on product building part. Isn't it? After that they think, they start handling a team, they start thinking optimization, performance of the pages, optimization of queries, optimization of APIs, and smooth integration of the tools and deployment process. That's the reason I categorize this, the middle part, as a product growing part. This is product growing part, because in this part the senior software engineers, above the lead, technical leads, or engineering managers, sometimes they start thinking, they think about the product, how to grow the product, because the product is already developed. Now they think about the optimization, query optimization, database normalization, page load optimization, all over the performance of the system. So this is the product growing part, isn't it? After that, now the last part is product scaling part. Now, what is the product scaling part? Mostly based on my experience, after 10 or 12 years of experience, people start thinking about the scaling of a product. In product scaling, all involve system designing, how to design a good system, how to design a system flow architecture, how to design a good database, scalable database architecture, what kind of database needed based on the nature of the product. In initial days of any organization or any company, they start building a product in a single code base. And after 6 to 7 or 8 years of years, as the company grows, the code base also start growing. As in initial days, there is a small database, user base of any organization, and when the company start growing, accordingly, the code base, modules, features also start growing. But all the modules we start adding one by one into the same code base. Then what happens? After a certain time, we start facing different kind of challenges and issues. Because the code is tightly coupled, all the modules of tightly coupled with each other, because there is a single database, there is a single code base, and all the coordination between the modules are interlinking. So there is tightly coupled each and everything. Now what happens? Suppose I'm sending any kind of modification or change or improvement in one module, my another module get impacted. Why? Because the code base is single, and the deployment process is also the single. If you are sending a small change, then you have to deploy the entire code base on server. So after certain times, when these type of issues start coming, and the software engineers start fighting with each other, I didn't send any kind of change in my module, then why issues coming in my module? It's not my module, it's due to other modules the issue is. So these kind of issues start coming. Then we forcefully start thinking how to separate the code base, how to separate the each modules. So initially the code base was single, that is called monolithic code architecture. And now we have to start thinking how we can separate this code base into different small modules, which is called microservices. And we start breaking down the entire system into different small microservices based on the different features and modules. So this is all is part of product scaling. Apart from that, we have to think about user perspective. Where we need to implement the queuing system, where we have to integrate the Redis, Elastic, queue. In older system, it might be possible you have started your product with MySQL. Now you start thinking, as the product grows, product is growing, you can start thinking about the another NoSQL database as well, based on the your requirement. So all these are part of product scaling. So as your responsibilities grows in an organization, after engineering manager, or when you become a senior engineering manager or engineering manager, you start thinking how to scale a product. Because as you grow, your responsibilities also start growing. Your involvement in coding start lesser, and your involvement other side, the product growing and scaling part, start increasing. All the time you have to think about your system, your product, how to grow and scale it. Whenever new requirements comes, then you have to think about how to design a good architecture, scalable, so that, because now you truly understand what kind of challenges you have already faced. Now you can think about for the next upcoming product how to design the system architecture, scalable architecture, isn't it? So that's the reason I have divided the entire product development part into three stages: product building, product growing, and product scaling part. And that is the primary objective of my book, Startup Journey: How to Build, Grow, and Scale a Product. I hope you love it. But after the freshers, but my thinking is, why should we wait for 12 to 15 years of experience, or when you get promoted to lead engineering manager, senior engineering manager, or whenever, why you wait? When I will reach on this stage, then I will think about how to grow, how to scale a product. Why should not start from the day one? After completion of your degrees, when you join any organization, you start learning about the technologies, new technologies, which is totally fair enough. But why should not start thinking about end-to-end product development? I encourage all the freshers who start their career, they should start thinking from the starting. What is the concept of end-to-end product development? Because the initial stage, when you join any company or any organization, the initial years, between 3 to 5 years, you work only learning part, only language learning for coding. What is backend, what is front end, how to write APIs, how to push the code, what is deployment process, right? But in upcoming years, as the AI is growing day by day, this part will skipped. There is no need of writing a code in upcoming years, because a lot of tools will be there where you have to tell your requirement and they will generate entire code for you. Then what you will do? That's the reason I always encouraging for the freshers who are going to start their careers, start thinking end-to-end product development instead of learning, wasting your 3 to 5 years, initial years in programming, learning data structure and algorithms only. Why you not upgrading yourself so that you can directly think about product growing and scaling part? And this is not a rocket science. Yeah, definitely. You can easily learn any language. That's the reason I always say writing code is not a big deal. Anyone can write code. That's the reason in upcoming years, ChatGPT or Bard like like tools will write code for us. So the product building part, initial stage, which I mentioned in my book, not be needed in upcoming years. So we should start thinking, we should start our career will the second step, product growing and scaling. You can learn any language within a month, isn't it? To learn any kind of language, what you needed, you have to understand the basic principles of programming, and the basic principles of any programming language are same. If you understand the basic concept and of any programming language, then you can write in any language APIs, isn't it? Then why you waste your time 3 to 5 years into learning different languages? You can directly, when you have an option, you can directly skip this stage and you can directly go to the next level. But no one think about it. If you know about the all the step of the product development, from requirement gathering to system designing to growing, scaling, optimization, and the final deployment and monitoring the product. These all are product development stages, various stages or steps. If you know that all these steps, then you are a master in product development, isn't it? So I always encourage all the people who are starting their careers, they should more focus on product development, understanding the concept of end-to-end product development instead of wasting their time in writing code. I hope this will give you a direction. What should you do? And all the senior people who are working on 12 to 15 years in coding, it will give them a more insights what is going in upcoming years, why they stuck still in coding. They should start thinking end-to-end product development, and they should think like a leader. But no one want to take more responsibilities. Then how you will grow? I think this will, I hope this will give you more insights about end-to-end product development. And if you want to more about end-to-end product development, you can connect me anytime. I am always happy to help you. Thank you. Take care.